My name's Helen and this is my channel, Helen Mary Jo. If you're new here, then welcome. If you're returning, then thank you so much. And if you're a Hell's Bell, hello! This is the first video I've done after Christmas, and I hope you've all had a fabulous holiday time and spent it with people you love, and you stayed healthy and well, and it all went as it should have, really, and that you didn't weren't too hard on yourself, really. I mean, I've changed so much in that regard, as I've told you before. It's not competition. I take any shortcuts I can get. And I have to say that all the prep that I did beforehand really, really paid dividends in the whole Christmas kind of catering experience. As you know, I ended up only with 11 here, only 11 and not the 12 because my sister-in-law was not too well. But yeah, it all went really, really well. And it's kind of nice. We're gradually getting the house back to normal and piles of washing, but like I'll do that as it comes. And today is the first day that we've actually looked at preparing something kind of not just eating leftovers or making food from what was left. I mean, there was no turkey left. Still got a little bit of gammon and then this is the first kind of proper cooking that we've done. And when I say we, it's because my mum is here. She was at my sister's before Christmas, as I mentioned, and she's been here for a couple of days so that my children, her grandchildren and her great-grandchildren could get to see her and celebrate some of the Christmas joy. And we're going to make, my mum is laughing at this because she has made this chicken casserole forever. Cannot understand what the fuss is about. Well, there's not a fuss really, but everyone just go, oh, Nanny's chicken casserole. And she certainly doesn't want it on her gravestone, that's for sure. But we're going to make it together and I hope you enjoy it. So in you come, Mother. Okay. You're on. Everyone loved the last video that we did with Mum, where you've done your Christmas shopping for your clothes and Christmas clothes. Oh, so here's Mum.
Pure water.
Just water, yeah. It's a bit awkward with the camera because Mum's a bit smaller than me and trying to get the angle, so I'm a bit low. Yeah. But we're using this induction hob, and I'm hoping very much that it's not too noisy. And did you have a good Christmas?
Lovely Christmas, yeah. Really, absolutely exhausting, but lovely.
Yeah, it was really full on, wasn't it? My sister had, how many? 18 for lunch.
18 for lunch, yeah.
And non-stop.
Yeah.
Go, go, go. But, you know, once we get you home, you'll have plenty of time to relax and try and remember who bought you what, because it all gets a little bit overwhelming, doesn't it?
Yeah, yeah. Should have put names.
Yeah, you should have someone writing it down. You know, like you do at kids' birthday parties. So, what is it about this chicken casserole, Mum?
Well, it's just a very basic, obvious way of doing a casserole. But the difference is, I think, in the flavour that everyone goes mad for, is that to brown off your onions, well, not brown them, soften them, etc. I use olive oil and butter, roughly in the same quantities. I don't measure anything, I'm afraid. So really, for example, if there's two of you and you're quite reasonable eaters, a chicken breast each is nice. But I use them without skin. And
a lot of people now use thighs, but you prefer breast for this, don't you?
Yeah, the fact that people seem to enjoy the way at the end it's very kind of succulent, soft chicken. So anyway, it seems to work, so that's the main thing.
I'll get this turned on and you can start getting the... Oh, actually, I'm just going to... Is this too big, this onion?
Well...
It's for 3 large chicken breasts.
Yeah.
Do you think that's too much?
Too much.
So...
About a third of it off.
About a third of it off, so... that too much still?
No.
About right?
A little bit more.
So I've just... Well, I'll just chuck that dump off there.
That's a big onion.
Yeah, it's a really big onion. We got through nearly all the food at Christmas, as I say. we made a vegetable lasagna for the 27th when I had my other sister. Because as you know, Mum's got, I think I've said before, you've got 5 daughters and 1 son. And when did you last see my brother?
Oh, just before Christmas.
Just before Christmas.
Before he popped in.
He lives on the island as well,
yeah.
and sees Mum fairly regularly. So I'm just chopping this fairly rough. It doesn't need to be small, does it?
Well, if you were doing it special, you do it, cut it really finely.
Okay.
But I mean, this just gives you the flavour. It doesn't matter really, does it? But
it'll soften down.
I, slice it very thinly if I was making an effort. Put it that way.
Right. So I'm just getting this on. How kind of high do you want the hob? Medium?
Yeah, about medium. Yeah.
Okay. Right. So. How much oil do you want in there?
This is the thing, I'm naughty. I don't measure anything.
No, you don't have to measure. It's fine. It's your recipe.
That should do it.
So that's like not even a tablespoon.
Hardly, yeah.
And then how much butter?
Yeah.
A bit more?
Yeah, that do. Okay. So we'll get that down there. The sizzling. Wait for the salt to come out. The funny thing about this is we're talking casserole, but I, for years, have never had a hob to oven casserole. So I cook
dish,
it in
you haven't had a hob to oven casserole dish.
Yeah. So I cooked it in a pot on the hob, and then transferred it to a pirate's casserole and put it in the oven. So I did that for years. I kept saying I need to buy a casserole. So I had in mind a Le Creuset, but I'm really, in my own mind, I knew I'm too past lifting a Le Creuset. So not that long ago, Helen gave me a casserole which was stainless steel. I looked at it and said, will that go in the oven? And it does, and it's brilliant. So I use that all the time, but now it's just me and not a big family. So all that time.
Yeah.
We should have cut that a bit smaller.
But it's smaller when you break it up.
Okay.
It's all
wait
right.
for this.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, it's a bit like me. I always cooked, I used to help a lot at home because I was the eldest girl.
Yeah.
And I was used to cooking for 8 people all the time.
Yeah.
So when I got home, do you remember, I used to still be cooking loads and loads and loads, and my freezer was full, and that's the core, isn't it? I'll take that out. My freezer was full, and then I'd go round to Mum's and I'd say, oh, I've made this, do you want to add it in? And it took, and I think that's why I don't have any problem catering for large numbers.
Yeah.
It doesn't faze me at all because I've always done it.
Actually, yeah. It's just the same anymore.
Yeah, exactly. I always say that about driving, when people don't want to drive on busy roads. I would say you're only on the same bit of road. You're only in the bit of road you're on.
Yeah.
Aren't you? You're not you're not
no,
you know what I mean?
You still need road sense.
Yeah.
Doing, don't you?
Yeah, whatever you're doing, you still need that kind of the same skills, I guess that's what
reactions.
Yeah,
to think about as you get older.
You don't drive up in London anymore, do you?
No. No, I couldn't do London traffic. Murder.
But you drive like Mum will happily drive over here, get the ferry over here.
Yeah. And okay, little towns and everything, but I don't want to tackle the motorway.
Well, you know what? I mean, there's not a time.
2 years ago, didn't I?
Yeah, there's not a time that I don't go on the motorway when I see bad driving now. It's quite terrifying, actually. I don't know. I mean, I know a lot of you ladies live abroad, or, live in other countries. To me, but here it used to be that you couldn't overtake on the inside. We call that undertaking. But now that's commonplace on the motorway.
Yeah, so dangerous.
And you always knew that you could move, because we're on the left-hand side of the road, that you could move over. But now you can't. So we've got a packet of smoked fat bacon here. You prefer this to...
You can use any bacon, lardons or spooky or anything, but of course it makes it a lot more oily, greasy. So if you don't like that, you know, you're far better. And this gives a nice flavour.
Do you want that?
I do it. Yeah, I cut them into small pieces so that they just
How small?
Integrated. About 1.5 inches. Yeah.
Oh, these are working. I normally do it with
nice.
scissors.
Yeah, that's what I do. Right, so.
That
I
needs
cook these down till they're soft. You need to brown a bit now.
Yeah. That, do you want it turned down?
Yeah.
Probably get some of the bacon in, yeah?
Yeah, put it in there and we've got to let it crisp it up a little bit.
Yeah, I did, going back to Christmas, I read, well, I don't know where I saw it, again, you know, you see things on so many different platforms, but a lady, I thought this was a really good idea. She said, anything that didn't work this year or you wished you hadn't bothered with, make a note of it. Make a note of it where you'll see it early in the year. So, you know, maybe in your address book or somewhere.
Chicken.
Okay?
You want to put the flour on the chicken?
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll just get this in here.
Yeah, well, I could do that.
Okay, you do that.
Bit late out, but never mind.
That's all right. We've got to keep stirring that. So I've got three large chicken breasts here. And how do you want these cut?
No, you don't want them cut at all.
Oh, you don't want them cut at all?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, that's the whole point.
Oh, I didn't realise.
If you were being, you know, a bit more
frugal.
Yeah, you could cut them. You know,
so we're just going to coat them with some flour. How much flour?
Oh, so that's all right. I mean, it doesn't matter.
No, do you want pepper?
Pepper. Don't put salt in because the bacon is salty.
Yeah, so I thought that was a good idea, you know, to make a note of anything that wasn't worth having. You know, because we all go a bit mad leading up to Christmas and thinking, oh, you know, I'll get this, that and the other. And really, a lot of it, I think, is a waste. I'm trying to cut this bit of a skunky bit on there.
Yeah. You can slice one a long ways down the middle and that'd be enough for me then.
Okay. I'm just going to wash my hands.
It's brown, really.
Hey?
Don't need this brown. I mean, the onions, I don't want the onions browning. Sorry about this. I'm a learner.
Well, you've never used that hob before.
No, and I'm a bit short for it, too. Oh.
So yeah, we've got some interesting things coming up. We've got Mum and I, well, and Mum and all of her daughters, my sisters, we're all going to Champneys in January. We're just trying to book our treatments for that today.
Excuse me a moment. Helen, have you got plates? I'm going to lift some of this out and just put it to one side so we get the chicken seared quickly. It's just a question of sealing the chicken, not browning it. And a slotted spoon or something.
Mm-hmm. That's the thing I find at Christmas. You want most of this out?
That's the onions, really. I can finish off the bacon a bit. Just to make more room.
Yeah, I keep, you know, I mentioned this before Christmas. I keep losing my utensils where the boys just find a drawer and dump everything in there. It's really annoying. But I've just opened that drawer there. And
have you got the chicken stock ready?
But it won't take a second, so I've got a boiling tap. There's your chicken.
Like it's German, isn't it?
Hey?
It's like it's German.
So I've got to use this chicken stock that I got from Rogers, which is chicken and rosemary, but it's ever so good. It's a thick kind of paste, You could use any chicken stock for this, and I'm just going to make that up. How much liquid do you want?
About 3/4 full, I should think. We can always add a bit more liquid, can't we?
Yeah.
Is that three breasts in there?
Yeah.
I thought you cut that one in the middle.
I did. Where's it gone? There's one there, you fool. There you are, Mother.
Oh, dear.
Don't say if I can help you.
So you just seal these off each side, you know, until they're slightly white. I mean, I always do this with casseroles. Some people don't bother, but I think it makes a big difference personally. Sealing the flavour.
Yes, we've got Chablis in a couple of weeks, which is fabulous. And then I've got some really exciting stuff going on with my friend the jeweller, Munir. We're going to be working together on a collaboration of jewellery that's designed just for me and my subscribers. Hey?
That's very exciting.
Yeah. And then, of course, we've got our big holiday, which I'll tell you more about in another video. And I've already ordered my first lot of clothes for my first haul in the haul of 2023, which is really lovely M&S new season stock. I can't be bothered, you know, for somebody who loves bargains, I really can't be bothered with the sales. But you know, I just can't be bothered basically. Do you want that back in there now?
Yeah. Yeah, maybe there, that's it.
Yeah.
And then put our stock on. Lift it up a bit. What kind of chicken stock is this, Helen?
This is this one. This is Callow Organic Chicken and Rosemary. And it's it would be very expensive, but because I got it in Rogers, it was as cheap as chips. It's really good. I bought, I think there was 12 for £3 or something ridiculous.
Yeah.
Very good. I'm going to turn that down a bit, man.
Yeah.
There's a little bit in the bottom there. Let me just
Sit it up a bit, yeah. That's about right, I think. Okay, so then I put this into an oven on about 160 for about an hour. You can leave it longer really, and slow cooking. And I know chicken doesn't take long to cook, but I've found that if you give it a kind of a slow simmer, it seems to be much more tender and, you know, not dried up as you can if you, sometimes the chicken breast is rather dry on its own. That's why a lot of people use thighs and wings and everything. But anyway, just a lot really.
yeah. So what we'll do,
an hour in the oven.
I'll put the lid on
Or
this.
more if you wish. And you know, the stock to reduce down so it's more almost of a sauce than a gravy. And everyone seems to like it. So.
What do you serve it with?
Well, any mashed potatoes or rice, or you know, and green vegetables, great ones, broccoli, carrots, anything. In fact, sometimes, you know, I put a few sliced carrots in, finely sliced carrots as well, which seems to be nice. Yeah, but I think it's the bacon that does it. And
It's
that's
the what?
Everyone, the bacon, having bacon.
Oh, the
in
bacon,
it,
yeah, gives it a lot of flavour.
And the butter and the olive oil.
Yeah.
And that's what makes a difference. Otherwise, it's a pure and simple, basic casserole.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that, is there?
No, it's home cooking. It's what we do. Yeah. That's what I've always done.
You've had plenty of practice.
Too right, yeah. Anyway, okay, ladies, thanks for meeting me again.
Yep.
And very happy New Year to everyone. God bless. Bye.
Thanks, Mum.
Okay.
So I'll pop this in the oven,
Yeah.
and I will show it to you all when it's finished. I'll do a little video, just capturing all of that. Poor Mum is honestly, she's had a really, really hectically busy time, and just remarkable for 91. There's a lot of ladies that simply couldn't do what Mum is kind of demanded of. We all want a piece of her.
Always off camera.
Off camera, yeah. So yeah, it's been fabulous, and yeah, wouldn't have it any other way really. So I know, I think we're very, very lucky as a family. We all get on, and yeah, blessed, I think is the expression. So I will leave that there. It's not a terribly long video, but I just wanted to, while I had Mum here and people have been asking to see more of her, I thought it would be nice if we did her famous chicken casserole, which Mum is literally like, what are you talking about? But, it's a nice little dish. And what we're going to actually do is, we're not going to eat this tonight. We're going to chill it down. Mum's going to take one of the chicken breasts home, the one that we cut into two, and that will give her 2 meals. And Rob and I will have this tomorrow night. I'm taking Mum home tomorrow. And yeah, happy days. So, and I'll use frozen mash, by the way, as well, which I swear by. I don't know if you can get that in other countries, but frozen mash is just fantastic. So quick. And I also often use frozen chopped tomatoes. I never know what I've said before, because I don't make notes or rehearse anything. So if you think, oh, here she goes again. Oh, goodness me. I've just got to mention the Christmas cake, because in the back of my mind, I was worried about the Christmas cake because I hadn't cut it. And, I kind of made up the whole slow cooker thing. Well, it is delicious, I have to say. It's flipping too delicious because I keep eating it. But it's really moist, isn't it, Mum?
Yes.
Mum made loads of cakes. How many did you make? 5? 5. Every year. I'm not doing it again. It's such hard work. Too much money. Blah, 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 blah. How many are you making this year, Mum? Oh, just 5.
And new recipe.
And a new recipe too, to make it less boring. But anyway, my cake, I was delighted. I had all sorts of visions of it not being cooked properly or being overcooked or whatever. But it's actually, I'm really delighted with it. So I will definitely do that again. I will use exactly that recipe again, I have to say. So anyway, that's it from me. I'll try and get this video up today, which is what day is it? 29th of December. And I'll see you really soon. I'll try and I've got another video to do. Oh, I've got the treats, so I'll do that with the children probably on Sunday, which is New Year's Day. So happy New Year to everybody. Let's hope 2023 is better, and I'll see you really soon. Bye. And this is the finished article. I've just taken it out of the oven. It's still bubbling, and you can see it's like a thick sauce for the chicken. Mum did say that we probably put a bit too much bacon in here. She usually allows 1 rasher of bacon to each chicken breast. So there's 8 in here, so probably could have done half, but she didn't notice what I was doing apparently. So anyway, it looks absolutely delicious, and I've tasted the sauce and that's delicious too. So hope you've enjoyed this video. I can't move.